Okay, here we go. Hi everyone, this is Norris Tony coming back to y'all with another video. I'm going to be reading from my Walk in Faith prayer book. I'm going to start off with the Bible verse and the prayer. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before God. For God is in heaven and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. That's from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 2. Here's the Bible. Here's the prayer. Watching the news can become an exercise in faith. There is so much bad in the world, so much evil. Yet we all too often forget that there is so much more good that we do not see. Building faith means focusing on the good things and understanding that the bad things have their place in God's greater plan, even if we don't know how or why. Okay, now I'm going to read an article from CBS Sports, and it's called Real Housewives of the Potomac star Juan Dixon out as Coppin State coach amid controversy, per report. Former Maryland star Juan Dixon is out after 6 seasons as Coppin, Coppin State's coach. He told Stadium's Jeff Goodman. Dixon, who is also known for his role on The Real Housewives of Potomac, posted a 51 and 131 mark during his tenure. Not a good record, a losing record. See, his coaching wasn't that good. But anyway, his run was highlighted by a MEAC regular season title in 2021. The final season of Dixon's tenure was marred by a lawsuit filed against the school alleging that an assistant coach on Dixon's staff, Lucian Brownlee, sexually assaulted and blackmailed a former player by tricking him into sending nude photos of himself, according to the Baltimore Sun. Brownlee is no longer listed in Coppin State's athletics staff directory. Coppin State finished 9-23 this season with a loss to Norfolk State in the first round of the MEAC tournament. Dixon starred at Maryland from 1998 to 2002 and was the leading scorer on the team's 2002 national title team. He was named the Final Four's most outstanding player and went on to play 6 seasons in the NBA before finishing his playing career overseas. He worked as the women's basketball coach at the University of the District of Columbia before taking the Coppin State job before the 2017-2018 season. He is the husband of Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Robin Dixon. The two have been featured on a reality show for 7 seasons. I would say he been on there off and on for 7 seasons. He ain't been on there the whole time. Cause shoot, the question is Juan coming? He ain't been at he wasn't when was the last reunion of the Housewives of Potomac he was on? Maybe season 3 or 4 reunion. Since then, he wasn't on season 5, season 6, or this past season reunion. So he been playing a disappearing act. But him and Robin did get married at the on the season finale of Real Housewives of Potomac season 7, where they showed that they got married. They got married in August. I think it was the 22nd in Maryland. Basically, they got married in Maryland. Their 2 sons were present. So they did show that on the season finale that Robin and Juan did get married. But yeah, I did a previous video about Juan Dixon knowing about what Lucian Brownlee, his assistant, his former assistant coach, was doing to this young man. The young man's name was stated in that last article, that previous video I did about Juan. So it was like maybe a couple of months ago I did a video on Juan, or maybe late last year. But I think I titled it Juan Dixon. So, but like I said, I did a previous video about this situation, this Coppin State situation, and I said that either he should be fired or he should be suspended. And I was right. He did get fired. I don't know. I think it's because of this controversy. Because how this young man, it didn't say his name in this article, and I don't remember his name, but the athlete, he traumatized about this situation that Lucian did to him. The assistant coach put him through. He's traumatized. He's not even playing basketball anymore at any school, you know. So he might play basketball again someday, but he currently is not playing basketball at any school now, as far as I know. But yeah, Juan, he was aware of what was going on with this student. I cannot believe that Juan did not fire this assistant coach, or either he could have went to their boss and told their boss what was going on. But instead, Juan swept it under the rug. He didn't take no kind of action. He didn't try to protect the player or anything like that. You supposed to protect your players more than you are your assistant coaches. It don't matter if they're your friend or not. If they're doing something to hurt an athlete, hurt anybody on your team, your players that you're coaching, you supposed to do something about that, because you should not want to be associated with anyone who will harass or blackmail or catfish any student into doing something illegal or doing something they don't want to do. That man, that man abused, Lucian abused his assistant coach position to hurt this student and take advantage of him. And Juan was aware of it. He didn't take no action. Nothing was done. So like I said, you can't let that slide. And in that last video I did, where I said that Juan needs to suffer a consequence for that action. You can't just let stuff like that go. You need to report it. Some should have been done, and Brownlee would have, or Lucian, the assistant coach, would have been dealt with. But like I said, he let it continue to go on until a lawsuit was filed. See, this lawsuit I don't think would have been filed if Juan would have stepped up as the head coach to protect this student, to do something about what his assistant coach was doing. You can't just give him a prep talk and tell him don't do it no more, or give him a prep talk and keep him on your coaching staff. No, something should have been done. That man should have been fired. And like I said, I don't like to see nobody without a job. I don't like to say that people don't deserve to work, or they deserve to lose their job or anything like that. Because, like I said, people can struggle without work. A lot of things can happen when you don't have it, when you lose your job. But when something is serious going on, like a player being harassed and taken advantage of in any way, some has to be done about that. And if you don't do anything, don't let any your boss or anybody else know what's going on, you don't have no action is taken, then guess what? That responsibility is going to lie on you. You know what I'm saying? That consequence, yeah, he's suffering the consequences for his actions. So yeah, he got fired, and rightfully so, because you don't hide secrets like that. You don't do things like that. You don't cover for nobody. You don't cover for your coach when he doing wrong. You don't do that. So he got what he asked for. He played with fire and he got burned and losing his job. So he gonna have to get a job somewhere else. Either he gonna have to try to coach somewhere else, if they give him a chance. After this, I don't know they will, but he gonna have to get a job now. But this is all his own doing because he should have took action and he should have did something as the head coach and he did nothing. So like I said, you lost your job because of your stupidity and your and how irresponsible you was when this situation was brought to your attention. So shame on you, Juan. But now Robin, he gonna have to count on Robin now until he get another job. He better hope that she be returned to season 8 of Real Housewives of Potomac as a full-time housewife. Because if she get demoted as a friend, especially for hiding her dirt in her storyline of him, you know, talking to another woman in Canada behind her back and paying for her hotel room in the DMV hotel room, and doing all that stuff behind Robin's back with this other woman and didn't even tell her until right before taping. But still, Robin should have still let people know what was going on with that relationship. She should have shared her tea. People could have felt bad for her. We could have been on her side, but no, she decided to rob us of a storyline. So, based off that and that alone, she could get demoted to a friend, or either if she lucky, she could keep her full-time job, and Juan better hope so because somebody gonna have to be the breadwinner and bring money into that household. Cause y'all married now and y'all splitting everything 50-50. Robin, you better hope you can keep your full-time position on Housewives or sell some more hats or get back into real estate and try to do better and sell houses. Because I know she was trying to do real estate and she only made like $1,500 or $15,000 or something like that. But anyway, she need to do something. Well, she need to maybe do some extra work because she gonna have to cover for herself, her kids, their household, and probably her husband too. Or either she gonna have to help Juan find a job. So Juan might have to come on the show. Well, no, I don't think the house husbands get paid anything. But yeah, like I said, Juan, you got time on your hands now. You're going to have to get another job. Not only that, but you're going to have to learn a lesson from losing this past job. You wasn't the best coach at Coppin. You had a losing record, 9-23 for the 2022-2023 season. That's garbage. So obviously your coaching wasn't the best. And see, that's your karma because you sit up there and you let that other student suffer, that former student, you let that player suffer instead of helping him and trying to protect him from that coach, your assistant coach. You sit up there and let him suffer, and you let him. Not only did you allow him to leave the school, but you let him sue the school. And see that all of that could have been prevented had you did something. Had you took action and put a stop to what that coach was doing. Either you could have told your boss or maybe you could have did something yourself, but you didn't do nothing. So like I said, you have to you suffering the consequences for that. So good luck with job hunting because you got the time on your hands now. You can't be a house husband. You're gonna have to be a working husband to keep up with the lifestyle that you and Robin want to have. So anyway, a hustler though, a real hustler, don't quit. He hunts for a job and he finds a way to provide for himself and provide for his family. So that's something you gonna have to do. But anyway, that I wanted to give you guys an update on Juan, and I hope you all like the video. I hope you all watch. I hope you all like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Thanks for watching. You all have a good night. Peace.